Meet Nathaniel Martin. At only 22 years of age, he's a Toughman veteran.
I got involved in Toughman when I was 18. I got beat by a split decision and felt pretty confident in my abilities, so I came back 2 years later and fought in '98. Got lucky enough to win it, so I kept the nickname the Weazel, because I kind of weaseled my way through the tournament. I love martial arts because it's practical. It's an ongoing experience. It never dies. I just keep fighting because that's what I love to do. Yeah, there's a few people around town that know who I am. I'm not Mr. Big Badass or anything, but they know that dynamite comes in small packages, and you better pack a lunch if you come walking in my backyard.
Wow. I don't understand. Is that because he'll have a picnic, or is that because he's going to kick his ass and the guy might want a sandwich after he's done?
I tell you what, he hit anybody like he hits that dummy, then he's going to have to call the cops up in this bad boy.
Scott Tenney is his rather tentative opponent. Didn't quite have the gleam of a champion in his eye. I think he knows what's about to happen. He's in for a heck of a fight.
I see Stardust.
Now you're doing Crosby, Stills, and Nash lyrics on me. All right. Nathaniel Martin in the black corner, the martial artist with plenty of Toughman experience, against a guy who, at least by the look on his face, we've got to consider the underdog, Scott Tenney.
Tenney is a much taller guy, but he just, oh, you got to move and get out of the way of those.
Trying to establish the right, but Martin's pretty quick.
I would have to assume, staying inside, he can't even find him. A little rope foot though for shaking 30 seconds. Who the hell do you think he is?
Tenney missing with a couple of rights. Oh, and he gets a left right in the bean there. Doesn't look like Nathaniel Martin's really broken into anything yet. Saying, come on, bring it on the button.
Oh, yeah. What the heck is that? Hit him in the face.
He wants him to give a clean shot.
I would smack your living.
Don't say it. Hold back.
Man, what the? Hey.
Restraint, partner. That's the end of the first round.
Dude, man, giving you a free shot. You're supposed to knock somebody out.
This looks like it's been all fun and games for Nathaniel Martin.
Oh, look. He just smacked. That's some good punching there, though. Oh, hello.
Got something off pretty clean there, and that's when he started his showboat at the end of the round. Let's check in at the corners.
He seemed to be mocking you a little bit there at the end.
He is.
Did that bother you? Did that make you angry?
He's just got a lot more experience than I do.
Yeah, how are you going to compensate for that in the second round?
Try to be tough.
Okay, good luck.
That's the name of the game.
Go get him.
Nathan, what went on that first round?
What an honor to meet you, Sean.
Hey, well, it's an honor to meet you, but what about this guy you're fighting?
Just trying to get pumped up a little bit.
You are? Why were you letting him hit you?
I like the abuse.
You don't win fights letting people hit you.
Jake LaMotta theory.
Oh, well, you're talking about tough people right there. Hey, are you going to try to knock this guy out or get some round? This round?
Yes, sir.
You think you can do it?
Yes, sir.
All right, I'm going to be looking for it. That's it from this corner. Weazel thinks he's going to knock his opponent out. Let's look for that. Matt, LT.
All right, Sean, thanks. I guess they call him the Weazel, LT, we're told, because his sister came up with that nickname, Nathan Martin's sister, because he had skinny legs when he played high school football.
That's why they call you Weazel?
Whatever.
Wow. He's just weaseling his way in there.
Oh, and down goes Scott Tenney. Right on the button, right on the chin.
Tenney need to take that daggone sweater off. Maybe he could throw a punch.
Standing 8 count. Back at it here in the second round. Scott Tenney works at a beef packing house, and you'd think that maybe he'd use some of that Rocky Balboa training technique with hitting the sides of meat, but so far, he has been the target in this one.
It's always those little guys that sit there and end up kicking your butt. You know? The little ones. Little tattoo-looking.
Nathaniel Martin, the Weazel.
The Weazel is just tearing that boy's...
That'd be the father of the Weazel right there.
Mr. Weazel.
Second standing 8 count for Scott Tenney, and he's saved by the bell. The second round is in the books. Let's check some replays.
Boy, right here, he just glued to him. Bam, bam, bam. Take some of this. Don't forget this one.
Oh, that right put him down in the corner. That got him square on the jaw.
Oh, my goodness. Make the hairs on your back just curl up and everything. Look at him. Oh, get him off him. Get him off me.
Let's check in at the corner and check in with Sean, who's with Nathan Martin.
Wow, deep breath, Nathan, deep breath. Hey, how did he survive that round?
How did I survive
Him.
He's got a hard head.
He's tough.
A lot of heart.
What are you going to try to do this final round?
Win.
You know, I think you got the fight won. Do you try to coast this last round, or are you still going to go for the knockout?
I just come to fight.
Yeah.
I can't predict nothing except that God gives me the courage.
I think you got a lot of confidence here so far tonight. I would be very confident if I were you sitting on that stool.
Thank you very much,
All
sir.
right. That's it from this corner. Confidence, he should have confidence.
You know, LT, I got to say this, that we've met these kinds of guys before. Nathan Martin is one of those guys that just flat out loves this. He loves to fight.
Yeah, you know what? I tell you, Tenny, he looks like that little, you know that little thing you have in your car, you know, you hit and the head goes.
The bobblehead doll. Is that what you're talking about?
Oh, my God. He can't even, hey, that ring is not big enough to run around. Oh, my
Scott
God.
Tenney is not a small guy. He's 175, 6'2", but he has just run into a brick wall here. This is a bad draw.
Oh, he is confused.
Big combinations by Nathan Martin. Oh. Big rights from Martin.
Look at that head. Weazel wobbling. Get him off him. Get him off him.
And that's it. They stop it. Got to give Scott Tenney credit. He's stuck in there, but Nathan Martin was just an absolute locomotive. And he advances to the semis.
The one thing you said to this guy, condition.
God gives me the strength. Just died for you, too.
He loves it. Third round highlights.
Martin shows what he's made of, what kind of stamina he has, conditioning. He's all over Tenny. Tenny can't get him off him. You need to take that sweater, pull over his head, and hide from this guy.
This was like one of those old video game fights, that old punch-out game, because Martin never stopped throwing punches. Right, left, knock him out, knock him out! Nathan Martin, tough in Sioux City, and something tells me we'll be seeing more of this guy.
This guy's a tough guy, man. That martial arts stuff, I might have to take it up myself.
Oh, yeah, there it is. There's the martial arts courtesy.